Hey everyone, what's up? Alright guys and gals, today we're going to be talking about the original Prom night. I just got done finishing up 2, 3, and 4. I will defend the remake coming soon, by the way. Hopefully by this weekend. But I thought I'd review the original Prom night, and I wanted to see my own review of it because it's been years ago. But then I realized the video never popped up on my YouTube channel, and I was like, wait a minute, don't tell me I never reviewed Prom night, because I knew I reviewed the original Prom night. I guess I didn't save the video. I probably did not save the video. That's what happened. Well, anyway, I get to review it now. And let me just say, this movie does bring up a lot of childhood memories with me, because as a kid, I saw this movie when I was very young, growing up. It was on television, and this was probably probably have to say this is probably the very first horror movie when you actually did rooted for the killer. Now, I don't want to ruin the surprise twist ending or anything, because slasher movies you don't want to ruin anything. We're a good twist ending. I feel like the movie had a good twist ending who the killer was, and the motive of the killer you can understand, and you kind of root for the killer when you see what happened at the beginning of the movie. But if you look at this movie now from growing up or from this generation, because I believe this generation of horror fans, they know their horror movies. So pretty much, if they see this movie now, they're gonna right off the bat know who the killer is. But me, when growing up, I didn't know, because this movie gets you believing of who done it. The police officers gonna give you a scenario. You might think this is the killer. You might think that person's the killer, but really, it's right under your nose. It's just like any other slasher giallo type movie. Anyway, the movie starts out with these kids. You have a not flashback, like a prelude origin to the story of these young kids playing hide and seek, kind of like a game of hide and seek and tag, but with a killer theme to it. Like if you're hiding, the person plays the killer, and they catches you. You can say kill, kill, kill. But the thing is, why would a bunch of fucking kids play in an abandoned building? I mean, don't you think that's dangerous? I mean, come on. Besides that, these brother and sister was looking at the abandoned building with these kids playing. They say, you know what, we gotta go. And one of the sisters was fascinated, and the brother was telling her they don't want you in their game, but the youngest sister decided to go and try and see if she could get into the game with these kids. And then she got caught between the middle with a bunch of kids that were playing the tag game, and then telling the young girl, kill, 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 they're all gathering up on her, and the young girl will say, I didn't want to play, like something like that. She goes back to the window of the abandoned building, and when the kids say, kill, 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 just to play with her, she accidentally fell down and landed on the ground by the glass window. And the kid says, and when the kid want to go tell the cops or something, and the young girl said, we can't tell them, we're going to go to jail. So they all ran out and left the girl to die behind. Anyway, the father's played by Leslie Nielsen of that girl, and present age now. I mean, modern age, present age now. I mean, excuse me. The father, the mother, the brother and sister still thinking about that day, but now the brother and sister's getting ready for the prom. You got a bunch of cast of characters of high school students played by adults, of course. And then mysteriously you get this killer in a black mask looking at the yearbook and telling each of the kids that got involved with the girl's death, pretty much. They kind of grown up now, and you see their picture. And the killer's just saying, like, start saying their name in a creepy voice, like, Randy. I can't say it right. But, besides that, they go to high school. Jamie Lee Curtis' character, who's the heroine of the movie, she had a boy that's gonna go with her to the prom, but the boy was actually hooked up with this girl, but they broke up, and the girl's kind of jealous of Jamie Lee Curtis' character. Jamie Lee Curtis' character was the sister of the young victim who died in the beginning of the movie, the innocent girl that died accidentally, and the brother. She's like the first like the oldest in a way, I would say. And pretty much the girl in the girl Wendy was in the I think her name was Wendy. She gets jealous of Jamie Lee Curtis because she's going out with her ex-boyfriend to the prom. So she's gonna hire the bully of the school, the troublemaker of the school, to kind of ruin the prom for her. Yeah, they have a silly moment right there. But as the movie develops, you get to a police investigation scene thinking that there was somebody got killed in an abandoned building, and the police detective feels like that they thought the killer that killed the young girl, the Jim Lee's cousin, and the brother's younger sister in the beginning of the movie, they thought it was a killer that did it, but it was really the kids, by the way, but they did not know that. But like I said, as the movie develops, they think it was that serial killer that did it, but and you could get you in your mind thinking that was it really that serial killer that did it, you know. But like I said, as the movie develops, you get to your prom, fast forward, and the kids that grew up now, they caused the death of the younger girl at the beginning of the movie when they were kids. They end up dying one by one, or in or even in groups, or even as a group with two sexteens actually. Um, as I said, the movie develops, you get to your finale with Julie Curtis' character and the guy that she's dating to go to the prom. The killer appears, and Jamie Lee Curtis and her date have to battle the killer, and then Jamie Lee Curtis saved her prom date. She realized who the killer was, and again, no spoilers, so I was gonna leave it as that. But anyway, I like this movie. I think it was a good slasher movie, even though kind of like you gotta wait towards maybe like 15 minutes towards the movie to get some slasher action going on. I definitely love the disco music, big fan of dance music, so I definitely love the soundtrack for this movie. I like the movie all in all. I thought it was good in my opinion. So Prom Night 1, I say see it, give it a chance. It's one of the earlier slashers, so you can't be disappointed in that. Anyway, peace guys. See you later.